all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Mig.
Go. All right.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Of course, I'm your host, Lance Miliaccia, with my co-host, George Ballantine. Kill him with the truth. Bury him with a smile. That's what the show's all about. If you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to smash that follow button. Hit that subscribe. Of course, you can leave us likes, comments. Don't be shy. Get in the chat. Meet the Big Mig Mafia and the rest of the subscribers and listeners, which we always appreciate you guys being here. And of course, Rumble Rants tips always appreciated. $5 subscriptions always appreciated. Whatever you can do to support the show. It's always overhead with these shows. It's pretty surprising. You actually would, and of course, there's always work to be done. George was just sorting out some technical stuff this morning, as usual. He got through it because that's the guy he is. George B, what's up? What's shaking bacon? What's up, bro?
Nothing. Just I was running a little late this morning. I wasn't paying attention at the time, so my bad. But Lance, I want to do the little World Cup stuff real quick off the top of my head. All three games, Brazil, they lost, and I'm going to tell you right now, Brazil did not come out to play. They looked like they weren't even into it, which is, I don't know.
That's too bad.
Even Portugal, they lost. They didn't seem like they were playing 100%. And then you have the United States. Listen, I love you guys. I want to thank you for going this far. But, last night they didn't come out to play. I mean, the first half was horrible. They just looked like they weren't playing. The passing, and it was horrible. Some standing around. I don't know. Second half, they started to play. Once again, I don't know. It's just,
yeah.
Hopefully it's a good learning experience for those.
But I know you have.
Hopefully it's a good learning experience for those young men. I'm gonna say the young because they're all young, and we look forward to another 4 years and when you guys come back around. So at least they after the game, like they always do a ritual, they prayed. They didn't destroy shit like the Mexican fans in Los Angeles and stuff. I'm gonna say that. Just saying. But yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I never like to see those kind of celebrations after any game when they start rioting and wrecking stuff. You've seen it even for major league sports. It's not really a good look for the fans.
Yeah.
I think there's better ways to celebrate and there's better ways to, deal with a loss. All right, well, listen, if you love the show, you know what to do. Of course, I said throw that follow button, hit the thumbs up, the comments. Of course, if you want to sponsor the show, you can hit us up over at info@thebigmig.com. We're always looking for like-minded sponsors with good deals for our listeners. So reach out to us at either LM,
info,
GB or info@thebigmig.com. Any of those three.
Lance.
Now, listen, of course, if you love gold and silver like we do, you might want to have a few of these on hand. This is from Genesis Gold Group, and of course, it's the Prepper Bar, the 62.2 gram Prepper Bar. Perforated and very easily broken down in your choice of 3 separate denominations to fit a multitude of needs. Doesn't matter. Diversification, asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or in the case of the Prepper Bar, as you can see when I tilt the bar, it's very unique utility for barter and trade because you got 3 different denominations you can use. Makes a perfect gift. There's nobody that doesn't like gold and silver at these prices. Grandkids, children, wives, girlfriends. Buy a few, hold on to them, just in case you're one of those people that does last-minute shopping, you forget somebody's holiday event. You just reach in the drawer, slap a bow on it, and boom, hand them a Prepper Bar. They're available right now. They're in stock. They come with an assay report, so no counterfeit gold coming out of Genesis Gold Group. You can head over to genesisgoldgroup.com. That's right, genesisgoldgroup.com, or you can hit them up at 888-526-7154, 888-526-7154. And don't forget, you can do IRAs with them. You can do bulk purchases, any amount. They've got direct access, so they get the best prices in the industry. They've got that tier 1 pricing. So don't forget to tell them the Big Mig Show sent you. You can ask for Keith Height, maybe ask for him, and he'll guide you through. No high pressure sales. It's a great way to deal with people. I love this company for the way that they treat their customer base.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar.
Well, just when you think it was safe to go back in the water for the Democrats, just when they thought they were kind of through some of the worst, bam! Graham Platner sex scandal is rocking the Democrat Party, and the victim drops a bombshell. It's not looking good. Graham's, persona non grata at this point. Even John Fetterman took a couple of shots at him yesterday or this morning. Pretty interesting, George. You know, it just seems like everything. It's socialism, it's communism, it's sex scandals, it's drugs, it's group sex parties, as we've seen with Eric Swalwell and others. I mean, prostitutes. I mean, does the list just keeps going on, George? Did I miss anything? If I did, jump in there.
Well, let's do a little timeline with this guy, because here you have him, about his tattoo, right? He repeatedly lied about this Nazi tattoo. Said he didn't know it was a Nazi tattoo. He also said he would rape people, sex with women while married, bragged about drawing penises in porta potties. What else? Let me see. Praised Islamic terrorists, said he's a communist, joined an app known to be used by predators to contact minors. Ooh. Sexual assault allegations. But they had a lot of this stuff, but now they're deciding it's all too much, huh? All the above I just said was totally fine, but now it's too much. You know what, Lance? I say they should keep their candidate and let him run. Let him run. You guys picked him. You guys backed him. You were warned. And now you want to take it back? Look, these are strong allegations coming from this woman, right? But we've learned to say, let the process play out. Let the court let it play out, right? Because a lot of people, anybody can be accused of anything. You're innocent until proven guilty. Hence, but you have all this other stuff. So why should we believe you, Graham Platner, when you had all these lies? That's why that's where now this lady becomes a lot more believable. And she's a Democrat. She actually said she likes his views. Go figure that. All right, whatever. But
does she like his views on rape?
I don't think so.
Of course, he's denying these allegations. As a serial liar, I wouldn't expect anything less. It's pretty interesting how now, of course, right now, even Schumer and others are trying to distance themselves from this meltdown.
Not Bernie Sanders, the one that praised him and helped him get where he's at.
Yeah. Pretty ugly. I mean, this was CNN's Jake Tapper covered this, which is kind of surprising that he would even put this on Front Street.
Well, so allegedly they had this interview, but they waited.
Right?
They waited. That's very interesting. Allegedly. Oh, you want to play the interview?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's play in Hammer's mofo.
Rape is a real thing. If you're so worried about it to buy Kevlar underwear, you'd think you might not get blacked out, fucked up around people you aren't comfortable with.
Right.
What did you think when you saw that?
I thought, here's a man who was drunk and who, by dictionary definition, raped me. And he's blaming drunk women. So I just felt like that was a very odd take to have on that. And I also feel like with all of the comments that he made about women, sexual assault, rape, even, the comments that he had made that was in the New York Times article about, threatening people with rape, like, why does this person have this issue, like, scattered throughout their life, throughout their commentary, like it's on their mind? Why do they have such a strong opinion about women coming forward with allegations? Like, I just feel like this isn't the first time.
I know that you have been very reluctant to tell this story.
Yeah.
Very reluctant. Why did you ultimately decide to do it? Why come forward?
A few reasons. One of the biggest ones is that I think that there are a lot of men in this world relying on the silence of women and to be where they are. And I don't want to contribute to that. I also want to just get my life back.
There are going to be people, maybe even his campaign, certainly his supporters, who say this is politically motivated. What would you say to that?
I couldn't disagree more. that was actually one of the reasons that I didn't come out.
Well, interesting.
You know, you have to say if he drops out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Democrats just screwed over their party in Maine because you had the other lady who was primarying him, and she could have probably won the primary then. So, I mean, but this is what the Democrats choose. They rather choose a screwed up candidate over their what's right, what their morals or ethics and values, because that's what they do. If you want to endorse that, you know, that's up to you. That's your right. Go right ahead. But I don't want to associate with any of you. And that's part of the reason why this country's going shit fucked. I mean, it's just crazy. Y'all need a revolution. No, we don't need a revolution. We need to disband the government peacefully.
Pretty tough. It's a pretty tough scenario we're dealing with here. There's no doubt.
So he's denying the allegations. I mean, but why would anybody believe him?
It didn't happen?
I got a video of it.
Uh-oh. That's
Deny. But once again, you lied about the Nazi tattoo. We know that for a fact. So why would we believe him? Want to play it?
Yeah, let's play the clip. I want to see it.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false. Over the last 10 months, I have been deeply humbled by the faith Mainers have put in me. You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship. You have shown that a different kind of politics, one that puts the interests of people over corporations, is not just possible, but is inevitable. This movement we have built, the largest volunteer base in the history of Maine politics, the hundreds of thousands of grassroots donors, and the supporters across the ideological spectrum, we were united in a love of Maine, a belief that our politics must change, and a focus on defeating Susan Collins. So, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins. Those were the goals when we launched this campaign, and they remain my goals today. On June 9th, 154,058 Mainers, the most in primary history, voted to reject a broken politics beholden to Washington and the donor class. They voted for hope, for change, to take back our economy, to take back our power, and to take back our Senate seat. Throughout it all, you never turned your back on me, and I will not turn my back on you now. Every one of you deserves to see that vision come to fruition and see Susan Collins defeated, and we will use every tool at our disposal to do so. As Maine goes, so goes the nation. As always, thank you.
But however, though, Senator Elizabeth Warren, that's her man. That's her man, Lance. Just listen, that's her man.
That's my kind of man.
I guess Warner likes fucking sexual deviants and shit.
She likes rapists. I mean, she is a non-American Indian. You remember her claim to fame was being Pocahontas. I still don't understand why that didn't have consequences, but why do people keep voting for her? I just can't figure that out. Or is she just being installed? I don't know what we're doing with the election system. Hopefully we'll get it fixed. But yeah, this is her man. She likes forceful. He's telling women to wear Kevlar underwear. Women out there, how do you feel about having a guy tell you should be wearing Kevlar underwear? How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Interesting take on how you guys should protect yourselves. I think this guy should face the consequences for his actions. Women's come out. They ought to just move them on out. But listen, this is what happens when you vote Democrat. These people don't care about the American public. They don't care about the safety and security of the women. They don't care about the safety and security of your children. They don't care about your finances or they don't care about illegal immigration. I mean, I don't know what they really care about, except it seems like communism, socialism, and supporting rapists. So Elizabeth Warren, yeah, she supports rapists. Maybe that'd be a good claim, George, when she runs this year. I'm Elizabeth Warren, and I support rapists.
Yeah,
I approve this message.
When she does run, you can bet your ass they're going to use that commercial.
That's my man. Yeah. Well, I don't blame her. She doesn't have to worry about wearing Kevlar.
But here's a question: if he does drop out, do they have another primary in Maine, or do they just install whoever they want?
Oh, I don't know.
Was this their plan all along?
Oh, who knows? Maybe. Elizabeth Warren doesn't have to worry about wearing Kevlar underwear. She probably hasn't been cracked in decades. Probably hasn't happened in decades.
Can we not talk about that? It's Taco Tuesday, bro. I don't want to hear about that.
Ah, God. You had to say that, didn't you? That's even worse.
What?
If things weren't bad enough, George had to come out there with that. All right.
Yo, bro, you're single too, man. So what are you talking about?
Triggered a 30% rise in home prices, which I told everybody about here in Denver. And now it's going the other direction. Home prices, it's fake. They were falsely inflated by the illegal immigrants. And of course, rents went up. I think they went up more than 20%. Now, this is the Federal Reserve working paper found the record surge in illegal immigration during the Biden administration triggered higher home prices and rents. Well, of course it did. When you bring in 30 million people, they got to find a place to live. Of course, that's going to bring up the prices. But what do you think is going to happen as immigration continues the deportation at this level? Better get ready in some of those markets where your prices got overinflated, because I think there's going to be a correction. George, what do you think about this coming out of the Fed?
It's huge, man, because why is it the home prices are so high? I mean, all those illegals needed homes too, I guess, right? Kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Will the prices ever go down again? Or there's going to be a lot of foreclosures. I'm waiting to see if this housing market's going to take a crash. It just might.
I personally think that the mid-level to low-level housing has gotten too expensive for what it is. When I look at the market here in Denver and I look at just a really basic home with maybe a okay remodel, and they want 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 for it, that doesn't make any sense to me when it's like 2,000 square feet or less.
Oh,
and
I
that's
had you on
the
screen when I
numbers
was
we're seeing in Denver. Denver's prices are ridiculous, way too high. So I think Denver's going to have a major correction. I don't know if they'll have corrections in the cities that are, places that are really getting a big influx, like Florida or Austin. There are parts of the country where people are moving in droves. Of course, they're moving out of New York. They're moving out of California. You would think there'd be an impact. Now, I guess these economists are estimating this unauthorized immigrant worker flows accounted for this about 30% of employment growth also. So 30% of home growth, 30% of employment growth, and about 20% of rent growth in the average metropolitan area. And there are a lot of average places where houses are way too expensive. So my opinion is that we're going to see some real painful adjustments here. I'm going to predict that in the residential market. For
and who's going to be hurt on this?
Wait, tanking.
Who's going to be hurt on this? All American people have these houses that paid exorbitant prices for their house, and it's just going to go down. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Think about it. They're the ones, once again, Americans are the ones going to be hurt because they're the ones that are paying all these high prices for these houses. It's getting to be, you can't even buy a house. Young kids can't buy a house. Speaking of that, make sure if you have kids 18 and younger, make sure you sign them up for Trump accounts. Make sure you do that.
So this is another reason to thank your Congress. Thank them for the overinflated houses. You can thank Joe Biden and his administration. And you can thank even this administration for not making the arrests they were going to make, because maybe we'd have better people in Congress if they started snatching people up. But no arrests, no accountability, a little bit of transparency, but no consequences. Just people admitting they committed crimes. We've got a big story at the later in the show that George found. Big story.
Big.
Really big shoe. All right, George, tell me about teen chaos.
These teens. We always talk about this, right? There is no consequences. They're going to keep doing this shit over and over again. If a kid steals something or a baby steals something from a store, there's no consequence. They're going to keep stealing.
Yeah.
Once again, this teen chaos, but it's across multiple states. It's everywhere. I mean, from California, North Carolina, I believe it was. I mean, Even I think there was something in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy, and you know they ruined 4th of July for everybody. So what has to be done here? Do we gotta? I mean, first you gotta start arresting these kids, and then start charging their parents. Because if your parents don't know where your kids are, and you're allowing your children to be destructive, someone's got to be held accountable. Someone's got to pay for these damages. Since they're not an adult, but do we blame society? Like not society, but maybe society's rules and laws. You know, because they won't. God forbid you smack your kid on the butt for doing something wrong. They want to all of a sudden child abuse. You know, a little backhand across the
need more
little
than a smack across
a little
the butt,
backhand. You know, little not nothing. You know, little smack on the butt, whatever. We didn't do this shit when we were younger. That's why Gen X is the best generation. I'm gonna tell you right now, Gen X. Nothing beats Gen X.
We got some ass beatings. I don't know about a smack. I mean, I got my ass beat. I don't know about you, but there was some real
No
violence
comment.
if you screwed up at my house. So, you know, I these kids, oh yeah.
So we got
Ridiculous.
Newport Beach. There's a gang of kids that were terrorizing the beach, and authorities finally responded. But you know, these kids, what happened? They're doing that. They actually caused a shutdown of July 4th at the pier, ruining it for everybody.
That sucks, doesn't
They
it?
want to ruin it for everybody. Somebody needs to ruin it for them. Just look at them running rampant, bastards. Coming out on the horses. You know what? You know what's
They
great?
should hit him with the pepper balls.
No, water cannons, bro.
Yeah.
Water cannons. Use the water cannons on them suckers.
So that video was that Newport Beach or was that somewhere else?
That was Newport Beach.
Can you imagine paying all that money for your property there and then that's what happened?
But you know what, Lance? It wasn't just Newport Beach. It was also chaos in Long Beach, California. You had 200 something teens. Those teens in Long Beach, they had actually attacked the police, throwing objects at the police. Fights broke out. This is along the Belmont Shore area. We got footage to show you, but look at the crowd. Just look at the crowd. I don't know. Do you see any white people in there? Just saying.
Close the freaking window! Close the window!
มันประชัดอะมันขี้ตกใจกันอยู่แล้วไงฝรั่งใช่เด็กฝรั่งมีตำรวจอยู่ไปตั้งแต่กระจกหนึ่งเลยนะไม่น่าจะมีอะไรมีคนต้องมองอย่างนี้
So one thing I just want to point out here, obviously, is just where are all the white people? You know, this is a California city, and you don't see any of them. Nobody here is white from what I can tell. I mean, this is just a complete takeover. Yeah, I mean, just look at this demographic here. This is wild. Let me go over here. I'll give you a little more information on what happened. This was in the Belmont Shore area of Long Beach. There was a group of about 200 teens that gathered. Police showed up, and then they started fighting the police.
I already said that, but you know,
yeah,
it just doesn't stop there. There's like more. I don't know what the hell's going on with my headphones. Anyway, but
residents of Raleigh, North Carolina, are panicked after two massive teen takeovers. Now, these teen takeovers are coordinated on social media. I guess there was fighting, firing weapons. They fought police officers. They sliced one officer in the arm. Somebody's going to jail for a while.
Well, nine people were shot in Raleigh, North Carolina.
You need to talk to your
Listen,
kids
Lance,
also. If they
over 8,000 teens, they say, descended on multiple parts and areas of the city. They also, began fighting in the streets, firing weapons. I mean, come on. And they say around 8,000 teens and only 27 were arrested. Does that seem normal?
No.
But they're definitely outnumbered. Just look at this chaos.
Pocket 8 balls. You racking them up. I'm big paper like pancakes, stacking them up. In fact, I'm slapping them up. Better than the act aqueduct. Chilling in the wood.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play. And
I didn't even know there's music with that one.
Yep.
Oh, copyright infringement.
Probably going to get a strike for that, baby.
Nah, I'll get rid of it.
All right.
But look at this one. This one's really bad. This is a female officer was surrounded and beaten by a mob. This is during July 4th block party in North Charleston, South Carolina. I said multiple states. Police also said multiple firearms and makeshift spears were recovered. I mean, they got balls. This
spears.
Yeah.
What a way to spend
spear.
4th of July. I don't remember making any spears on 4th of July. George, do you remember ever making any spears on 4th of July? I remember shooting fireworks at each other. I don't
You know what,
remember.
Lance? I never shot fireworks at people because I knew, like, I was always very cautious. I shot a lot of fireworks in the air, but never at people. I wouldn't do that.
You know, I'm
not dumb like that.
I hate to admit it. I might have been dumb, but we would put goggles on and things over our ears, and we would use bottle rockets and we would use Roman candles. It wasn't good. It probably wasn't something that should have happened, but it did happen. I survived. I didn't lose an eye or a finger, thankfully. But we did a lot of that. We didn't shoot them at random people. It was people that kind of agreed one side against another side of kids, and it would be a battle royale.
Yep. All right, look at this clip. I mean, what? You know, and I'll bet you they'll come out. Hold on. I bet you they'll come out and criticize that cop for putting the knee on that kid's chest.
I have to tell you, in a situation like that, I'd ask the audience. I'd like to hear in the chat. Seems to me like when an officer is getting hit like that, that pulling your service sidearm and shooting a couple people is right on the table. I don't care whether they're kids or not. If you're on the ground and they're kicking you and punching you, I have to say that I probably would have got suspended and got in trouble, but I probably would have pulled out my firearm, and a couple of people might have got capped. I don't care whether they're kids or not. They're not acting like kids. They're acting like little thug gangsters. Well, I hope every one of them gets hammered. And I hope when they get picked up by the patrol car, they do like they do in New York. You take an ass beating before you even get put in the car. They turn off the body cams, and all of a sudden you're just getting worked. A couple of those people deserve a real good punch in the face. That one woman, the one in the white shirt, looks like she's older, George. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I mean, who? The cop? Or
No, the female that was punching the cop while she was on the ground, the one with the denim shorts and the white shirt.
Nah. Some may be older. Who knows?
All right.
They're still a fucking menace to society.
Here on the Big Mig Show. When we come back, we'll be talking about, is it time to disband the ATF?
What?
I don't know. Shall not be infringed. Might be time to throw the ATF to the curb. Of course, this administration seems to be doing some of the right things, but we'll see how it all pans out. Stay tuned. The Big Mig Show will be right back with George Valentine, Lance Migliaccio. Edge of the knife, dropping those truth bombs like we always do. Be right back.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here with your host, Lance Migliaccio, George Ballantine. Big Mig Mafia is in the house, in the chat. I see you out there. So listen, if you're watching or if you're listening, if you can join the chat, join the chat. I'll give you a shout out. If you're new, if I haven't seen you. Frosty18, I haven't seen you in a while. Who else is in there that I haven't seen in a while? I've seen a couple names. Thormock, is that how you say it? I'm hoping I say it right. Thormock, what's up, Thormock?
Dormock? That's interesting.
Cartoon for Food. What up, Cartoon for Food? Those are some new people I haven't seen. Welcome to the chat and show.
One of those.
So don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, follow, share. And if you can subscribe for $5 a month, we truly appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Most importantly, just being here, your support. We love you for it. So Lance and I, we're going to give you a little something. We got the perfect solution for people that can't watch their crypto 24/7. I'm talking about Block Trust IRA. They're bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. Their exclusive Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that go far beyond buy and hold. This is sophisticated technology once reserved only for Wall Street insiders, but now it's available to you. And the system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. Our clients are already seeing over 250% returns on their investments, all military-grade security and up to $200 million in insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Visit BigMigCrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution. Once again, visit BigMigCrypto.com today and you get up to $2,500 of free crypto. QR code is right here on the screen. Take a screenshot. The link's in the chat and the link's in the more section under the video. All you got to do is there, check it out. And if you have any questions, you can always email us at info@thebigmig.com. We'll be there for you. All right, Lance, you do the ATF. It's more your thing. I didn't really check this story out. So.
You know, shall not be infringed is pretty clear when it comes to the Constitution. Of course, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms has decided that is that they don't want to follow the Constitution. They've constantly got some new law in the books to try to restrict your ownership of firearms. Doesn't matter whether you're a felon or otherwise. There's always some bullshit coming out of the ATF, but it looks like this administration is making some moves against gun regulations. The ATF, of course, is saying that, it could include mass casualty events. Well, they put a lot of gun rules in place that are just garbage. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to do anything. But they do it because they love to bring in those arrests for bump stocks and for pistol braces. Now, I understand the logic of why they came out with the bump stock thing, but the truth of the matter is these stabilizing braces, this is ridiculous. And I think there's a lot of people that have had their gun rights taken away that shouldn't be taken away. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When a felon serves his time, if he's not a career offender, if he's not somebody that's got a tremendous amount of violence and a long-term history of violence, I don't think that a felon should have his gun rights taken away. That's my personal opinion. I'm not sure there may be some people that don't agree with me because there are a lot of felonies out there that really shouldn't be felonies. But that's the way the federal statutes work.
What are we looking at here?
Oh, these are stabilizing braces. So what they're saying is when an SBA requires a tack stamp, which is a short-barreled rifle, right? Short-barreled weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like when you take an AR-15 and you put a 4-inch barrel on it. If you put a pistol brace on it, they're saying that should be a short barrel weapon. And then you should have to pay the $200 tax stamp and go through all the extra stuff. I think it's ridiculous. I think that putting a pistol brace on a pistol should not require a tax stamp and should not require this extra regulation being shoved up your rear end. So the administration is saying they're done with this, that now the ATF is saying, these changes are weakening our zero tolerance policy for gun dealers who break the law and all this other crap. They went after a lot of small gun dealers, started putting all these restrictions. You had to sell so many weapons a year. You had to have a storefront. You had to have this. You had to have that, which, of course, inflated all the prices on guns across the board. I'm sick of it. I think it's time to throw the ATF in the trash. If there's a gun violation, let the FBI handle it. I don't think we need them anymore. I think it's a big expense and an unnecessary expense at that.
If there's a gun violation?
Yeah, and look, if there's a gun violation, leave it to the FBI. I don't think we need a separate regulation unit. A lot of this comes from the Biden era overreach. Trump's promise is to protect the Second Amendment, so he's doing it. He is following through on this promise. But of course, the ATF officials, they all come out, oh my gosh, this pullback will undercut enforcement and elevate the risk of gun violence. Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're full of shit. And I'm tired of the ATF, as are many other people. Very expensive unit to run. And I'll be honest with you, I think they are involved in a lot of criminal behavior when they're trying to get indictments. They try to frame people constantly by fabricating evidence, destroying evidence. They're well known for it. Throw them to the curb.
You say get rid of, you don't need it for the guns, but they do handle the alcohol and tobacco and stuff. But
I mean, come on, man.
We don't need them.
Over. Prohibition's over. And if people are going to get tobacco, you could grow tobacco in your own freaking yard. Yeah. It's all about taxation. I mean, that's why they did the tobacco. They wanted to put tax on it. That's why they did the liquor. So they could put that nice tax stamp on the top. Enough's enough. Throw them to the curb. Save the government a bunch of money. Boy, I got to tell you, lucky I'm not in this administration. I'd be everybody'd be on the chopping block. We'd be back to limited government, small government, exactly what the framers wanted. So.
I got to give a shout out. Air's mommy just gifted 5 subscriptions to the Big Mig. Thank you, love. My little Krasivia. I hope you're doing well. We didn't see you last week. It's a shame, too, because I just shaved this morning. I didn't shave for like 5-6 days. Yeah, you missed it. Oh, well. But thank you. Hope you're doing well.
George,
hope you're doing better.
Your cancer. You said you could grow a super manly super beard.
Oh, yeah, my shit grows full.
Well, man, when are you going to do it? When are you going to throw down a beard on the show, like a special forces beard? When are you going to do it? I can't. I have a shitty beard. I've tried to grow it. I have these gaps.
I don't know if I would start it in the summer.
No?
I mean, I like getting the tan face and stuff. Even though Rumble, like, I don't know why the color, like, my face is a lot tanner, but when you look at it in Rumble, it doesn't look as tan. I don't know what they're suppressing the video and stuff, but what?
I've got a sleeve down face tan because I've been sitting outside in the mornings trying to get that morning sun on my face and my eyes. But yeah, you're right. This does kind of wash you out here on old Rumble. All right, well, there's more jackassery from the host of The View. No surprise there. I mean, is anybody surprised? Why is this shitty show still on air? It's difficult, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't understand. I can't imagine that their ratings are very good. I can't imagine their Nielsen views are very good. I mean, they suck. So here's Sonny hosting. I suddenly feel unsafe in neighborhoods with American flags.
You know,
Well, Sonny,
Lance?
the Big Mig Show has a message for you.
Get the fuck out. Listen.
George just nailed it. GTFO, Sonny. We don't need you here. If you feel unsafe here, maybe move to the Middle East or maybe move to India.
You know what we need to do?
Walk down the street in some of the outfits you wear and see how that
Hold
goes.
on. You know what we need to do? Find out what area she lives in and just get like a ton of people walking on the sidewalks by her house with American flags. Just walking. They don't gotta say nothing. Just walking American flags around.
Can we get like a little drum and bugle?
No, because then they can get you for noise complaints and stuff. See, no, just American flag.
It's 250th anniversary. I think we can have some music.
It's over now.
No, it's not over. The whole month.
Just flag. She says she's scared of homes flying American flag. Also, I would go to each home next to her and say, I'm offering you a brand new American flag, but you have to display it, please.
Right.
See how she would feel.
The View, quite the quality show. I can't understand why it's still on air, but let's play this clip. You can hear it from the horse's jackass mouth. Sonny Hostin, afraid of the American flag. Move to a different country. We don't want you.
Yeah, move, bitch.
And I said this on this show many, many years ago, because this is my 10th year on the show. And I said there are times when I walk into a community and I see American flags all over the community, and I suddenly feel unsafe because there is a section of this country that has co-opted the American flag, and they equate being an American or an American flag with white supremacy. And that should never be the symbol of white supremacy, but they have weaponized.
Because the flag belongs to all of us.
It does belong to all of us.
It just dead-ended on a photo. So you guys tell me, do you think she should move? Do we need Sonny Hostin? Is she such a valuable asset to the United States that we should listen to her? Co-opted the American flag. The American flag's for everybody, Sonny. Nobody co-opted the flag. Yeah, there's patriotic Americans on the MAGA side. I would hope there's patriotic Americans on the Democrat side. Point of the matter is ridiculous. I just think it's one of those things that just goes on and on and on and on and on. Talking about American flag style insignias are intimidating Black Americans. Co-host Elisa Farah Griffin, of course, took the opportunity to blast fringe activists on both sides of the political spectrum. This just goes on.
You're
One
right.
of those stories you look at and you just shake your head and you wonder how these people even got picked to be on this show. They said the message is clear about the American flag.
It says a lot about their viewers.
It's a message of white supremacy. It's a message of racism, and it's a message of their country, not my country. I don't understand why that would receive backlash. Well, the reason it receives backlash is because that's not what people show the flag for. I don't know anybody that uses the flag as a racist symbol. I know many Black Americans that are friends of mine that put a flag up and celebrate the 250th anniversary. This show is so out of touch. I just can't figure out who watches it. Got to believe they're faking the ratings. All right, here's a bombshell. Big story. George found it. I'm going to let him run with this if he wants.
I'm just going to go off and you do because I'm going to look for something. But even Cash Patel said something. He said him and his team have located several hundred pages of documents related to Seth Rich and hidden room at FBI headquarters. I mean, how many fucking more hidden rooms have you got? And why not? Where's the laptop? Release the freaking laptop that you guys have.
Yeah.
You know what I think? We're going to go through this. Lance is going to go through it. But I think the FBI don't want to release stuff, Cash Patel, because he's trying to rebuild the FBI and have people see it in a good light because there was so much bad stuff. Well, if you want our confidence and our trust, release this Seth Rich, all the paperwork, release his laptop.
I could have sworn that Cash Patel was the guy that said he was going to turn the FBI building into a museum. Isn't that the guy that said that? Pretty sure.
Probably.
Pretty sure he said that among many other things in government gangsters, and all he's done is really let us down. I guess this attorney Ty Clevenger spent nearly a decade battling the FBI and the DOJ for transparency in the Seth Rich case. He said, today an attorney for the government told me that I would soon be getting confirmation that several hundred pages of documents related to Seth Rich were found in a previously hidden room at the FBI headquarters. You may recall that on July 30th, 2025, Fox News Digital reported that newly installed FBI Director Kash Patel and his leadership team had located an unmapped, sealed area within the J. Edgar Hoover building's SCIF. Last year, Fox reported described burn bags that contained thousands of pages of classified files intended for destruction, and those files were linked back to the 2016 Crossfire hurricane investigation. Now it appears that the Seth Rich records were among the files designated for destruction. Now, Clevenger doesn't have anything in hand yet, but this sure is pretty ugly. They said he died in a botched robbery, which made no sense at all. So clearly there's some kind of lies going on here. I don't know where to put this. But again, is this really transparency? Are we going to see accountability and consequences? Who put the burn bags there? Who tried to cover up the evidence in the Seth Rich case? I put it to Kash Patel and I put it to this administration. Are you going to arrest the FBI agents responsible for this behavior? What about the leadership that told them they should do this? It wasn't a botched robbery. It was an assassination. You know it. I know it. And the American public knows it. Be nice if for once you guys toe the line. Equal application of the law. Let's make some arrests. Let's arrest FBI agents, DEA agents, ATF agents that have violated the law. Let them face the consequences for their actions. Let's put them into prison population and see how well they do there. Enough's enough. Kash, I'm putting it to you. You can come on the show and you can tell me why you can't do it. I'd like to know why we haven't arrested any FBI agents. How about the people that were responsible for the dirty 51+8, the Russian collusion hoax, and other operations?
I mean, if you look at it, right, there was court orders to release this stuff, and they still haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And now, you know, they find more stuff. I mean, release the fucking laptop, Seth Rich's laptop. Let's. Oh, I know why. Because it was Hillary Clinton. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody dies around Hillary. Suicides to the left of her.
Hillary list. But
I think we got, what, 57 or 56 suicides directly connected and direct, one layer out from Hillary Clinton.
So I have a question. You remember he was a Florida gubernatorial candidate. He was running against Ron DeSantis in 2018, Andrew Gillum.
No, but go ahead.
You don't remember him?
Nope.
Well, once again, he was just arrested last week on drug charges in Alabama. This is like the second time or something he was involved with drugs. This is a dude that everybody was supporting, Democratic Party too. Yep. Another one bites the dust.
Nice.
Yeah. Good for him. Then I'm looking at something just happened now in New York City. A Manhattan skyscraper is evacuated after 2 support columns buckle. 5 floors reportedly caved in.
Where's this at? What's
New York, Manhattan, a skyscraper.
Not good.
No. We got all these construction people outside. I don't know. Not saying yet. They've evacuated and closed the streets all surrounding it.
Wow.
All right. Let's get something, because you brought this up to me. Let's talk about Mitch McConnell real quick, because only person that's saying this is Laura Loomer, is saying that her source is telling her that Mitch McConnell's brain dead. He's just being kept alive on machines. We try. I can't verify that. I've looked. Who knows? It might be true, might not be, but we know he's in bad shape. But here's a weird thing. You know, his Chinese wife, when they found him, she went off to China. Wouldn't you stay with your husband in a hospital?
You would think. But maybe she's been waiting for him to die.
Right?
Maybe she's sick of the turtle. Turtle.
But here's another thing. Here's something about John Thune. I don't know, a lot of people are not realizing this. But when this happened, because he was found unconscious in his home and he was in whatever bad shape in hospital, and Thune said, oh, he spoke to him. How'd you speak to him? If he's like out of it and stuff and on machine, whatever.
Does anybody trust John Thune? I don't trust John Thune. I think he's a liar. I think he's a serial liar.
Forget about Thune. But don't the American people deserve to know the truth about Mitch McConnell right now? He's a senator. He knows secrets. He has classified information. Don't the people of never mind the whole United States, but specifically Kentucky, where he's from, and have a right to know?
I would think.
I mean, they could be extorting the poor guy. You don't know what he's saying, yes or no. You don't know what his aides are doing. But no, they want to just co-sign that. Why? I have no idea. I don't make sense.
What they do. No transparency. John Thune, you're a liar. Call you out in the show. Feel free to come on here. I still think you need a good power slap.
Then I just want to go. Hearts and prayers go out to that Pennsylvania State Trooper's family. He was killed. We had another illegal alien with a CDL, Lance.
Nice.
He's a Haitian illegal. He crashed his semi truck and killed this poor state trooper. But you want to keep giving these people sanctuary status and give them whatever licenses you want. This is what happens. They shouldn't be driving on these roads.
It is what happens. But I'm sorry to hear that. I feel for him and his family.
Yeah. And there's more. I mean, there's other illegals that are doing stuff. Another one that just got deported, came back, just I think raped or killed a little girl.
Oh, great. Maybe a public execution will slow them down on this kind of behavior.
Yeah, what a shame.
All right, well, listen, if you love the show, thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. You can find us on social media, G. Ballantine, Lance Migliaccio, and The Big Mig Show on X. Everywhere else is George Ballantine, Lance Migliaccio, and The Big Mig Show. Or, of course, if you're on YouTube, go over and find The Big Mig Show account. We're trying to build back up. They let us reopen an account, but they wouldn't give us back our original. Hit a follow on that. Go to Locals on the same task, helping us grow. Take the short form, the long form. We're not going to come after you for it. We want you to share it far and wide. Build your own social media on our backs. We love you guys. All right, George, last words.
It's Taco Tuesday, but ain't on no taco. Just saying. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day. Love you guys. Hope you all had a safe and enjoyed your 4th of July. Best fireworks we had. Guinness World of Records. More to come. Later, Gators.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.